Twins and Blue Jays. BetMGM has Toronto on the money line at minus 167. Minnesota is getting plus 140 at last check. Total was set at 9. Dylan Bundy gets the nod for the Twins. Jose Berrios is a scheduled starter for the Jays. Both pitchers are coming off of starts where they served up BP to the opposing team, and today's matchup doesn't look like it's going to get much easier for either guy. The Sticks have been heating up in Toronto. According to Fangraphs, over the past week, they have the highest rated offense in the league. Jose Berrios faces his old team for the third time. In his previous 2 starts, he's 1-1 with an ERA over 4. I think Toronto wins the game, but at minus 155, it's a little too rich for my blood. I don't like playing odds that high, but I do like this total to go over 9. Aside from the fact that I think both of these pitchers are going to give up a few runs apiece, in the first game, they both taxed their bullpen, so I expect the managers to push their starters a little longer in this game. Now, as usual, I documented my pick on the BettorOff app, and I do have more picks if you want to follow any of them on the app. We have lots of good profiles to follow on the leaderboard. On BettorOff, you can sort things out to show you who's crushing it in any sport. For example, have a look at who's won the most units in baseball over the last 30 days, and you'll see my man Drew Deasy at the top of the board. I've known this guy for a couple years now, and he is a certified problem for bookies, especially when it comes to football. But I digress, and I'll talk about that more when the time comes. For now, he's been on a tear in baseball, so let's see what he likes. Before we dive into this pick though, please help a brother out by tapping that like button. And if you would like to get free picks from people with a documented track record of winning against the sportsbook, subscribe and tap the bell. Padres versus Brewers. With FanDuel, Milwaukee is the favorite at minus 126, and San Diego's getting some plus money action. The total set at 7.5. Mackenzie Gore is the scheduled starter for the Friars, and Aaron Ashby is going to get the pill for the Brew crew. Aaron Ashby just faced his team a little over a week ago and held them to 1 run on 4 hits over 5 2/3. However, that was in Petco Park, where the Padres seemed to somehow forgot how to hit in their own backyard. On the road, this same Padres team averages nearly 2 more runs per game. But the biggest X factor is going to be Mackenzie Gore, who's been a stud since being called up to the majors. He faces the Brewers lineup that ranks last in the league for OPS versus left-handed pitchers. Now, all of this is information that I personally dug up to share with you after I saw that Drew Deasy made this pick on the Padres in this game. Drew Deasy actually has a system that he uses to generate his own odds before he decides which picks he's going to make. It's called the Baitline system. I recommend finding this profile and hitting that follow button. Another really good way to find people that have been cashing in at the sportsbook is by sorting the leaderboard by ROI. Return on investment is the most accurate way of seeing who has been cashing in. For NBA, the profile that has been best over the past month has been KLMTG, and he's been very good at baseball as well. Definitely find this profile on the app and hit the follow button. BettorOff sends alerts whenever a profile you follow makes a pick, which is important if you want to stay ahead of line movement. Game 2, Celtics versus Warriors. With DraftKings, the spread opened at Warriors minus 4, and the total's at 215.5 when I last checked. Now, I think the better team won Game 1, but the performance was a bit fluky. Boston was just unconscious from beyond the arc, hitting over 50% of their shots. Until Thursday, the Warriors had not lost a game at Oracle Arena during these playoffs. This is a must-win game. They cannot afford to drop Game 2 of the series, or this is essentially over. Personally, I think the Celtics win this series. They play the better defense, and their style is capable of disrupting the Warriors' flow and tempo. However, for this game, KLMTG took Golden State minus the 4 points, and I completely agree with this pick. It's do or die time. This is the Warriors. They have been here and done it before on the biggest stage, so I expect them to bring it for Game 2. Now, KLMTG has been killing it in basketball and baseball, as I mentioned, so if you want to find him, you can find him on the app, or you can find him on our private Facebook group where he's an active user. Joining is easy. I left a link to the group in the description box. If you want to enter, it's free. All you got to do is provide your BettorOff profile name. It's a great place to interact with other sports bettors as well. By the way, I want to give a very special shout out to Johnny Hahn and Bo Dunn. Hey guys, I really appreciate what you guys did. You guys gave me a lot of help over this past week, and I really just wanted to express my gratitude. Both guys have their own YouTube channels where they share their best picks. They operate transparently, and I highly recommend checking out their channels and subscribing. So check them both out. I left you a link to their channels in the description box down below. Anyways, I'll be back soon with more free picks from some of BettorOff's top performers. Remember to subscribe and tap the bell. This is time-sensitive content. And if you want to support the channel, please hit the like button. Until next time, best of luck banging on the books.